Okay. First, let's. I think I want to try something in adjusting those bristles, just to see if I can do it. And if it works, great. If not, so let me duplicate those just in case I totally screw things up. Let's hide the ones I'm not using, and let's turn on transparency so that I can see them. I'm going to get my move tool. Let's see, I want to scale them from kind of their top. So we'll grab down here at the bottom, hold shift, and scale them down till they come past the. Let's make sure that let's solo, or not solo those, but let's hide the pan. Make sure they're still. Yeah, they're a little bit. I think that. Let's see. So maybe let's scale them from a little bit farther down. Yeah. Yeah, much better. And so let's see, let's turn our pan back on, go back to transparent. I think what I'm going to do is try clipping them based on the curvature here. Let's see, so something kind of like that. So we'll get my trim curve. Let's try. Let's see, did it at least change the polygroups? Hard to tell. Let's see, let me go select lasso here and up. Yep, it did. Problem is, it looks like, yeah, I made it poke up through there, so yeah, this may not be such a good idea. Another way to do this might be to trim them first. Let's turn this guy back on, transparent. Kind of at the angle of the bottom of the. Let's see if that worked. Yes. And delete hidden. And now let me try scaling. Yeah, let's see. I'm just not happy about that. Could try pulling them forward like that. See how that looks. It's actually not bad. Let's see how it renders. Yeah. Well, I've got two in case I want to um, use those. Alright, so let's see, let's bring this guy back. That looks pretty good. And let's see, let's do some embossing and cut the hole on the for the hanging hole. So yeah, in fact, let's do that first. So I'm going to append in a cylinder, and let's make sure I've got it selected, and let's just go to a basic material for it and fill it. And then let's see, I want to rotate it. And move it so that it's kind of perpendicular to that. Let's see, let's make sure it's in the center here. And scale it. About the size of a hang hole. And then let's move it up near the end. Make sure I'm going off perpendicular, and let's make sure it pokes through. That looks good. Actually, let me, rotate this thing to back to vertical for masking it, and that way, yeah, it'd be a lot easier. Let's see, I kind of want, let's get a mask lasso here. I want this area right in here. So let's see, let's kind of go up to there, and around. Just turn on the polyframe so we'll know what we're getting. And then invert that. Let's move it. Hold Control. Not quite. Looks like I need to go one more up. So might just be able to Control Alt. Need to go back to Draw Mode. Control Alt. Now I'll go to move. Hold Control. Perfect. Pull that off at a bit of an angle. Yep. Now let's clear that mask and let's rotate it. Perpendicular. All right. I'm just going to call that. We'll rename that to Cutter. And I'm going to duplicate it, and you can grab this little slider over here if you're getting too many subtools. And I'm going to move Cutter 1 up under the handle, and I'm going to move cutter. Let's rename it. Name it cutter 2. Move it up under the pan. And let's see, this one I do want to set to a negative. In fact, let's hide this one too. Oop. Show you. Let's hide. Let's hide the bristles. The pan. Hide the spare pan. Yeah. So the cutter under the handle, I want to make sure it's set to a negative. Let's have it selected, and let's go down to its polygroups and make it a group as Dynamesh sub. And then I'm going to go back up to the handle and merge it down. Go to merge down, say OK. Then should be able to just clear the mask. Let's see, I made that one come back on. So yeah. Oh yeah, one thing about Dynameshing, if you have different materials, and this is really kind of cool, you can get some kind of nice effects this way. Yeah, because it's using an alt, it is keeping its own material in there. So actually, I think I'm just going to leave that right now. It looks kind of cool. So let's do that again for the pan. So I'm going to come to the cutter below it. In fact, let's turn this guy off. Let's turn that cutter on. Let's hide all this other stuff. Actually, let me make a duplicate of the pan too, in case I screw it up. So hide the blade, hide that other handle. And since we duplicated the cutter, it's in the exact same place there. So now I can set it to a negative mesh. Let's see, let's pick it. Let's come down to polygroups and group as Dynamesh sub. One thing about this is I am going to have to Dynamesh this, so it might get a little bit ugly through there. And then if it is ugly, I'll just come back to this one. Let's come up to my top, or come to the pan, merge down, OK, and now clear the mask. And yeah, let's see how it did there. Not too bad. Lost a little bit of got a little bit roundy on it, but not too bad. Right, let's hide all this other stuff. Let's bring the blade back. Let's bring the handle back. And the bristles. Okay, let's see. It looks like it put a basic material back on all of them. I guess that was a result of the Dynamesh. That's okay. Let's see, with that pan selected, I can let's change that to a toy plastic. Yeah, that looks good. Let's get its color. Let's flood it just to be sure. Let's go Alt and pick the handle, and this will take that back to blue. Let's press C to pick its color and fill it. Yeah, I'll do some embossing in the next one.